Welcome to yet another moving day. We are going from Amarillo to Albuquerque, or the ABQ, New Mexico. Before we do, a couple more questions from the Ask Us Anything. This is actually kind of fun. I hope you guys like it as much as I do. Anyway, Bob asks, what type of hitching system do you have and do you like it? Well, we have the Hensley hitch and we absolutely like it. I don't think we would tow with anything else at this point. Let me show you what that looks like in the front of the Airstream. Most of the Hensley hitches are this yellow. The stinger just comes into this guy like this. We have anti-sway bars on both sides and it prevents the trailer from fishtailing too much. And we've been told that that kind of a hitch, a Hensley hitch, is so overkill. But remember that we full-time this is our home. We full-time in this thing, so we want overkill. We want the safest hitch that we can possibly get. Hensleys are not cheap, but we think that they're worth it. One last walk. So Cindy wants to know what we do to provide a steady stream of income while we're on the road. And really, there isn't a steady stream. We do have side projects that we make money from. This YouTube channel is one of them, like a few $100s a month. The course that we've designed, that provides some income. Blogging provides some income. Little things here and there. That's what we use for a little bit of income. We don't live completely on that, but really the more we make, the more of that we can live on and the more comfortable our lifestyle gets. But I wouldn't say that it's steady. Some months are better than others, and that's just kind of the nature of not having a full-time job with a dependable salary.
I would say our full-time income is what we draw from our investment accounts, because that's when you're retired, that's what you do. That's why we have that money there. So when we do make this side income that Steve's talking about, we can draw less from the investment accounts, meaning it'll be there for later. But our full-time income comes from our investment accounts.
Michelle wants to know, how do you manage travel so you don't get burned out?
Stay longer in places is my number one tip for that. If you're moving a lot, you're gonna get burned out quickly. And consider staying seasons certain places, or knowing like I'm gonna go and spend the holidays with family or friends, because for us, we've been traveling since February, staying a week in a lot of places, but we are starting to get burned out for sure, just because that's a lot of travel. But we're heading to our home area, and so we should be able to rest up for a while.
I would say slow travel is easier said than done, especially right after you first start, because you just want to see more stuff. There's so much out there. You want to go experience it all. You want to see it all. And just slowing yourself down, making yourself stay longer at each spot, it's easier said than done. But the more you do that, I think the more comfortable you'll feel.
Okay.
It's been real, Amarillo.
It has. Let's go. Goodbye, Texas. Hello again, New Mexico.
Welcome to the KOA Albuquerque, the Journey one. There's a couple of them. This one's like on the east side. This may or may not be the main one, but it has Journey in the name, so that's where we are. It reminds me of the Tucson KOA with the rocks, and it's very well maintained. Got these deluxe sites. Check out this, your own little dog area with a fire hydrant. And as you can see, we totally did not pay for this. We're over there. We did pay for a pull-through.
That's the deluxe site with a patio and fire pit.
Ooh, looking good.
They have a hot tub here though, and it is indoors and open 24/7.
Man.
I don't know if we'll have time to use that, but.
Very nice, very nice. All right, are you ready? Donna wants to know how our relationship was before moving into the Airstream. Or are we better at communicating now that we live so close to one another?
I think so, yes. And because we spend 24 hours a day together, 7 days a week, because we don't go to work or anything. I think doing that in any space would make you a better communicator, or at least it should. But being that close to each other really did. Though, for a while we weren't even really talking, we realized, about anything fun, and that's why we started our happy hour tradition. So I guess still gotta work for it.
Yeah, when you both work separate jobs, you come home and you get to ask your partner how their day was. But when you're like 10 feet from each other all day long, you know how their day was. You know because you were there. You saw everything. So there's an element there that I don't think a lot of people think about. You don't have those common, conversation starting questions sometimes because you're always with each other. So the happy hours really helps for us get away from the electronics, all that good stuff, and just sit and chat for a while.
And we have a little play area for the kids, a pool right here, which is nice. I could see the hot tub right down there. And like most KOAs, you have your cabin options as well. A couple of different designs. You have the traditional cabin, and then you have these with the curved roof to them. It's kind of interesting.
Okay, so Tim asks, what was the most romantic thing I've done for Courtney since this new lifestyle change? I'm not a very romantic person. So I guess I would have to say acts of, like I don't know, I drive everywhere, I make her tea in the morning, take the dogs out in the morning, those kinds of things, I guess, is how I would answer that, but I'm the most unromantic person ever, and she will tell you that.
No, it's just that neither one of us value gifts, so that they're not our love language. If you notice, he almost said acts of service. If you haven't read the Love Languages book, that's what we're talking about. So he does acts of service for me. He makes me tea, like he said. He takes the dogs out. He'll run errands I don't want to do, and he'll give me back rubs. And for him, I do something similar, because you should be asking what romantic things I've done for him too, because it's fair. And I find him breweries and ice cream and cook favorite dinners and find him Planet Fitnesses. Yeah, make him cocktails, things like that.
She knows the way to my heart. She does. Oh, it's a wonderful evening tonight, nice and pleasant. Sun going down, temperature is in the low 80s, nice and dry, and dry, and dry. I took the opportunity today to wash the wheels and the tires on the Airstream and the windows, and they look nice and shiny. I just use a little Rain-X on the wheels themselves, clean them up, and then some of the Armor tire shine on the tires themselves, so those look a lot better. And a couple more questions. Michelle asked us if we ever get tired of living in an Airstream, or do we miss a traditional home? And honestly, sometimes I would say yes. Sometimes we just want to spread out. Maybe we want to have our own land a little bit and just some room to grow where we don't just have to pack up everything and move away. So yeah, sometimes not enough to make us want to sell this thing and just settle down. But yeah, if I'm perfectly honest, yeah, sometimes it does come down to that. But for now, we're still having fun doing this, so we're going to continue doing it. But yeah, sometimes we want to spread out a little bit. All right, and there's one more question. I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to ask it to Courtney, and we'll answer it together. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. There's one more question.
Uh-oh.
You ready for it?
What's that?
All right, let's do it. Janice asked what we're going to do this winter. Can we let you in? Like, can we give you a hint or something about what's going on? We don't really want to tell you yet.
Because we're so close to actually showing you, and ourselves, that's a little hint, what's going on. But
I'll give you a hint. We're not selling the Airstream.
Nope.
We're not changing rigs.
Nope.
None of that. We're keeping the Airstream.
We will continue RVing, but perhaps not all the time.
Ooh. Ooh. That was actually more of a hint than I was even going to tell you. But okay, now you have a hint. Now you have a hint. I'm sure you can. If you went to one of our meetups this year, you probably know what's going on, what we're doing, because we haven't really kept it a secret in person, but we just haven't officially announced it on camera.
We will very soon, because we are days away from finally reaching our destination.
That's right. Albuquerque now, Lordsburg for one night, just as a stopover, and then Arizona for the next. And this winter is going to be a lot of new stuff, a lot of new learning. This is going to be a huge learning process for us.
It is, and it'll be a little bit different for the channel, but we'll continue filming and showing you the whole process and all the planning that went into it, and talking about new aspects of the RV lifestyle.
Yes. Yeah, we are really embracing living small, living minimally.
Yes.
There's another hint. We are embracing that
We are.
for the foreseeable future. Okay, I think that's it for now. Few more days in Albuquerque. Beautiful weather. We love it here, especially this time of year.
We'll have to show them our truck full of packages before we leave, because we are shipping a lot of things that we'll need for our upcoming announcement here, because it's hard to get packages where we're going. And so, yeah.
They were like, "Oh yeah, we're having lots of fun at your expense." I'm talking about the
people at the campground,
the people who work at the office, because
Big
they're just
boxes.
getting huge boxes every day. It seems like every day.
And they're like, "Where are they putting these things? What are they buying?"
They called us shopaholics.
Well, we have a lot.
Well,
of...
I guess when you're only exposed to exposed to us? That doesn't sound right. I guess if you've only known us for a couple days and you just get package after package from us, you might
that way,
you might say that. Yeah. But this is a very temporary thing.
It is.
Anyway, that's it for now. We will see you on the road.
We will.
Bye. Yeah. Patty got groomed today. Check this out.
She's already Patty Wumbo. Show her the boat. Show them the boat.
This is a little pumpkin, carved pumpkin for Halloween. It's pretty nice.
She's a cutie.
She has a bit of a teddy bear cut with a little bit more fur on top of her head. And meanwhile, Benny, say bye.
Bye.
Bye.